Okay guys, we're going to make Cajun mac and cheese. I'm going to put the amounts on the screen, but this is what you need. Flour, regular flour, 1 red bell pepper. You could probably use any color. Olive oil. I'm using 16 ounces of white sharp cheddar cheese. You're going to need 6 andouille sausages. Jacksonville, New Orleans is my favorite. You're also going to need paprika, some kind of Cajun seasoning, elbow noodles, and milk. These are the ingredients to make the Cajun macaroni and cheese. Next, we're going to fill a pot with water because we need to boil our noodles. Then we're going to add our pot to the stove. We're going to add a little bit of salt. You don't want to do too much, but a decent amount. Then we're going to go ahead and wash your bell pepper. You're going to slice it, and then we're going to dice it. And if you hear any noises while I'm doing this voiceover, I'm sitting in my closet, and Billy has come in. And as you can see, this is how I slice it, and then we're going to dice it. And it's just like a rough kind of dice. Like, it doesn't have to be too small. You want to be able to taste them when you're eating them. So you want to have a good bite size, we'll say. Then you're going to take your andouille sausages, and I cut them lengthwise. I almost cut my finger. We're going to cut them lengthwise, and then I'm going to turn them sideways and then cut them the other way, and this will get them the perfect bite size. Next, we're going to shred our cheese, which for me personally is the worst entire part of this. But you don't want to use the shredded cheese that comes in the bag. It just does not melt as good. It's got like a film on it, and it just doesn't work as good. So shred it. I'm going to buy one of those shredders off Amazon where you like crank it and it shreds the cheese, because honestly, this is a pain in the ass. So, but anyways, this is what I had. So I had to shred the cheese, and my right arm got the best workout of its entire life. And I'm going to have one super muscular arm on the right and one weak arm on the left, because my arm was burning. But I just had to push through and shred this all down and then put it in a bowl. And I also want to say this so I don't forget, you're going to reserve some of your cheese in a little bit. And this is my noodles boiling, and you're going to boil them according to the package. So about 11 minutes is what I did. So boil the noodles, and then you'll drain them, and I rinse them in cold water. You're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And then I'm just going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. I had mine in a little spray bottle, so I just eyeballed it to what I thought a tablespoon looked like. Then you're going to add your bell peppers and your sausages, and you're just going to kind of mix it up and let them cook, continuously mixing for about 10 minutes until they get nice and golden brown like this. And this is what it'll look like, and it looks so delicious and smells amazing. Then you don't want to get a lot of oil, so you want to get a bowl. I put a paper towel in it, and you're going to use a slotted spoon. And the reason we do this is because too much oil when you make your roux will cause it to like separate and be yucky. So you want to strain out the oil when you scoop it, and then you putting it in the paper towel also absorbs a lot of the excess oil. And just trust me, this is what you want to do to make everything look good. Okay, our next step is we're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter in this pot. And we're going to add our tablespoon of flour as well as some salt. We're going to mix that together. Then we're going to slowly pour in our milk until it's all combined. Then we're going to lower it down, lower our temperature down. Okay, and we're heating our pan up to a medium heat. So that's what we're doing. So I want to add that in between the sausage and the bell peppers, like once you cook that and you take it out, you're just going to wipe the same pot or pan out. And so you're going to see this golden color. And a lot of that coloring is from when the bell peppers and sausages were cooking. So just keep that in mind. All right, now that it's kind of slightly thickened up and it's got this little golden color to it, we're going to lower our heat to low. And we're going to slowly pour in a little bit of milk. I'm going to mix that. And now we're going to pour in the rest of our milk. And I'm going to mix that. We are going to cook this on low until it's smooth and a little bit thickened. And then we're going to whisk in our cheese. It's smooth, so now I just need it to thicken up a little bit, and then we'll be back to add our cheese. I'm going to add my cheese a little at a time. Gonna add a little cheese, stir it in, add some more cheese, stir it in, and you're gonna keep doing that until it's all mixed together, and I'll come back. Okay, once I get it all in and we've reserved the rest of it, then I'm gonna take my whisk and start whisking it until it's all melted and smooth. And once it's all melted and smooth, then we're gonna add our Cajun seasoning. We're gonna start with just a tablespoon, if that, and if you wanna add more, you can. I'm probably gonna do about 2 tablespoons in mine total, because we like spice and it's not too spicy. It also depends on what you're using. And as you can see, it's been getting smoother where you don't see any chunks of the cheese. Now you see I'm using the Tony's Creole seasoning. That's what I like to use. And I just eyeball it. I mean, it's completely up to you and how much you want to put in. If you like to measure, please measure. I also sprinkle a little bit on top when it's all done. All right, once you've got it melted down and you've got all your seasoning in that you want, you're gonna add your plain elbow noodles as well as your sausage and your peppers, and then you're gonna give it a big stir. Just mix it all together. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do it off camera because I need 2 hands, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, once it's mixed together, it's gonna look like this. We did add some more Cajun seasoning. Greg thought it needed some more, so you can add as much or as little as you want. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to put this in your 13 by 9, and you're going to bake it in your oven. I'm going to put the time here on the screen. Okay, once it's in your baking dish, you're going to top it with the rest of your cheese. You're going to add the paprika on top, as well as any more Cajun seasoning you want to add. You're going to bake it for 15 minutes. Then you're going to put it under the broiler, and you're going to watch, watch your stuff when it's broiling because it can burn. So I'll put the time on the screen whenever I show you mine out of the broiler, but I'm going to go ahead and top it with cheese and the rest of my seasonings. Okay, so this is what it looks like out of the oven. I only let it broil for like 3 minutes. It looks so freaking delicious. Greg tasted it before I baked it and he loved it. I love it. We've had it only once before, so you can see all the stuff on the side of it. That's what it looks like. So if you guys try this recipe, let me know. Comment down below. If you share it, if you cook it, tag me on Instagram. This is the Cajun mac and cheese.